the significance and importance and repercussions of a Jew saying Birkat Hamazon, and if he doesn't say Birkat Hamazon?
So Gemara Masechet Brachot says a person is not allowed to benefit anything in this world without saying a blessing. Because a blessing, in essence, is thanking Hashem, but also recognizing that He is the source of everything. So the Gemara says, what if a person benefits in this world and does not thank Hashem? And the Gemara responds, he is called a thief. He ate, but he did not say thank you. In Shemaim, he's called a thief. It says, "Ve'achalta ve'savata u'birachta et Hashem Elokecha." You ate, you were satiated, and you blessed Hashem. Rav Yagin Alav Shalom says sometimes what we do, "Ve'achalta ve'savata u'barachta," not birachta. Barachta means you ate, you were satiated, and you ran away without blessing Hashem. Barachta instead of birachta. People sometimes, Baruch Hashem, on Shabbat, 3 hours they eat. Birkat Hamazon, 3 minutes, not even. They can eat for 3-4 hours. They have guests, first course, second course, fourth course, fifth, seventh, eighth. They start eating food from the neighbors. Shtabach Shimon La'ad, they eat like they've been starving for a year. Comes to Birkat Hamazon, everybody's half asleep. Do it for me, I'll listen to you. Do it for me, I'll listen to you. You have a short version? You have a short version of Birkat Hamazon? I'm pregnant. You're a guy. What pregnant? I look pregnant. People steal from Hashem every day. Now, Birkat Hamazon is more important than lighting candles for Shabbat. Lighting candles for Shabbat is a minhag. A lot of people think it's a Moshe Misinai. Lighting candles for Shabbat. Woman tells you, oh yeah, I don't keep Shabbat, but I light candles. Okay, so they'll burn you with the candles in Gehinnom. Why? Because they told you in Shemaim, Torah says you have to keep Shabbat, not light candles. Light candles is nice minhag, but Shabbat is much more important. Birkat Hamazon is much more important than lighting candles. In fact, Birkat Hamazon is more important than Shema Yisrael. Birkat Hamazon is more important than Amidah. Birkat Hamazon is the most important blessing you have in the entire Torah. Because it's the only blessing that has a verse, an outright verse, literal verse that says you have to do it. Some Chachamim say that even Me'ayin Shalosh is another blessing for Mezonot and for Yain, and for a specific type of fruits, also is considered a Birkat Hamazon, but Halacha is it's not. It's not Birkat Hamazon. It's not Deoraita, it's Rabbanan. But Birkat Hamazon itself, the long one, is Halacha. You ate bread, you have to eat Birkat, you have to say Birkat Hamazon. The truth be told is that if you're smart and you want to be rich, you have to make sure to do Birkat Hamazon at least once a day. There's something called Pat Shachrit. Pat Shachrit is eating bread in the morning. Why? Why eat bread in the morning? It says, first of all, it's healthy, but even more so, it's healthy for your pocket too. To start off the day with Birkat Hamazon. Because Birkat Hamazon is made up of all of the greatest things that you can possibly want for yourself. That's what Birkat Hamazon is. It's asking Hashem for a bunch of things. The first part of Birkat Hamazon was written by Moshe Rabbeinu. First paragraph, Birkat Hamazon, was written by Moshe Rabbeinu. So you have the ability to learn and read one of the blessings that Moshe Rabbeinu himself wrote. Second part by Yeshua ben Nun. Yeshua ben Nun went into Eretz Yisrael. Yeshua ben Nun put a second part of Birkat Hamazon. Third part was written by David and Shlomo. David HaMelech and his son Shlomo HaMelech. So you have an opportunity to read the blessings that David and Shlomo put together. Last part is by Anshe Knesset HaGdolah, the biggest tzaddikim in history. You have an opportunity to say a blessing. That's what Birkat Hamazon is. It's not something that some local rabbi from the last 20 years put together. Birkat Hamazon already goes back to Mount Sinai. You say Birkat Hamazon, you're in good shape, especially to start the day. I make sure that people tell me, listen, what about if I only eat like a half a slice of pizza? I say you should eat a slice and a half, not a half a slice. I'm not that hungry. I said, don't eat then. Why? If you're going to eat, make sure to do Birkat Hamazon. Why? There's no point to eat if you're not doing Birkat Hamazon. Yeah, but I'm in a hurry. Okay, so you're in a hurry, don't eat. Breathe. Drink a lot of water. You're in a hurry. Drink water. No, but I'm hungry. Okay, you're hungry, then that means you have time to eat. If you have time to eat, you have time to bless Hashem. You have to make sure to bless Hashem as often as you possibly can. So much so that David HaMelech made it an obligation, if you will, that you have to bless Hashem at least 100 times a day. 100 times a day, 100 brachot. Many of the tzaddikim in Yerushalayim that I met, they're makpidim on this. They actually keep this and observe this, and they literally sometimes eat extra or do something extra, or they'll smell incense a few times a day just to do a bracha. Why? Because they want to get to 100 blessings a day. So when you do a blessing, you bless Hashem, guess what? You bless Him, He blesses you back. On the other hand, let's say you don't want to bless Hashem. Let's say you like pizza. You like steak. You like nice hamburger. Kosher, nice. You like nice schnitzel. You like it, but you don't like to bless Hashem. You don't like to bless Hashem. So the Reshit Chochmah, you asked me for consequences, right? So I'll answer you. The Reshit Chochmah says, what happens to thieves in Shamayim? What happens to them? So the Reshit Chochmah says, they put them in a nice place, nice and warm, and then there's certain malachim, special malachim, that take sand, like the ocean sand, and they start feeding them sand. Start feeding them sand to the extent of breaking all of their teeth. Breaking all of their teeth, because sand is ice, is glass. They break all of their teeth while they're feeding them all this sand. And the guy's crying, the woman's crying, why? Why is this happening? And then there's a bat kol comes from Shamayim, says, when you were stealing in the world, you weren't crying. You ate food without saying Birkat Hamazon, you weren't crying. Now we're giving you food. How come you're crying? How come you're crying now? That's what happens to thieves. You took something that wasn't yours, you weren't crying. How come we're giving you stuff now for free? How come you're crying? That's what the Reshit Chochmah says. And many other places in the Torah. Point being, Rabotai Karim, they didn't write this as a scary movie. They wrote it as a reality. You steal from Hashem, you have a problem. It's better to not eat than to steal from Hashem. Now, you know the consequence, but you should also know the reward. A person that blesses Hashem on a regular basis is simply blessing himself. If you understand the details of what Birkat Hamazon is saying, it's literally asking Hashem for all of the greatest things that you can want. A good zivug, refuah shlema, money, success, everything that you could possibly want in the world is inside Birkat Hamazon. Everything is in there. And there's even a section towards the end that you could add in Rachaman. In Rachaman, you could add something that's unique to you. A special blessing for your wife, a special blessing for your husband, a special blessing for your kids, a special section within that you could add a Rachaman. Right where it says the Birkat HaOreach, right there at that section, right before the last Rachaman, you could add any Rachaman, meaning the Rachaman will do such and such for you. You can ask for whatever you want extra that's not included in it. You want a special blessing. This is also, as a side note, a very, very good tool to create shlom bayit. Why? If the husband is reading Birkat Hamazon for his wife, or for the family, this is a section that he could ask a special blessing for his wife out loud. She hears that he's asking Hashem special blessing for her, it makes her happy. Makes her happy. It works. Baruch Hashem. Next question.